global warming is just a form of climate change. Is the weather changing? Yes. But a lot of other things that are changing is how rapidly communities, maybe not as much Summerville as maybe other areas of Georgia and Alabama, or like Huntsville, Alabama, for example, fastest growing city in Alabama. And Huntsville, Alabama has some major flood problems right now because it's growing so fast. In fact, their water system just celebrated a 100-year anniversary since it's been updated. So you can imagine, I don't know if anybody remembers the flood back in the 90s in Macon, Georgia, where the water treatment facility had to be relocated, and so did the interstate because of flooding. I really expect that to probably happen in Huntsville sooner or later. But those are the areas where we're seeing that. And the reason is you go from these developed areas where what happens if it's not developed, you've got about a 90% saturation rate. When you go to develop them, you now have about a 10%. That water runs off. It kind of goes somewhere. So it ends up in these low-lying areas, or like these creeks, like we've seen here, where you get large amounts of rain in a short amount of time, and that water just rises up so fast that there's not a whole lot you can do. It's one of the reasons I actually built a flood warning system that actually warns our customers about when that's happening. We insure some customers in Helen, Georgia, and we have a restaurant on the river. And our flood warning system warned us that we've got this weather coming in. It's going to dump roughly 6 to 8 inches of rain based on how long it's going to sit in this area. And we were able to warn the restaurant owner, who was able to evacuate his staff. He reaches out to me the next day and says, "Thank you so much. We ended up with 6 feet of water in our restaurant. But had we not known, we would not have evacuated our staff, and it could have been much worse than it really was." And so I tell you all this because of things that are so rapidly changing. As important as insurance is, understanding these risks